Wow. I said.
Amazing.
Oh yeah.
New age.
Liking it a lot.
So good.
That's
Quite
cool.
cool.
Lots of acid.
Mind-blowing.
Yeah, the boys.
Crazy
Son of a
baby.
gun.
Flabbergasted. Too
Uh-huh.
good. Really
I
cool.
got a
Blah,
party.
blah, blah.
Visionary.
Astonishing. Prodigious.
Ooshinga.
Prolific.
Boys.
Fantastic.
Dance.
Boggling.
Not bad.
Take life away.
Bazinga.
Beyond
How
this.
about them brothers?
I'm done
Miraculous.
with it. Mind fucked.
Alright.
Didgeridoo.
Fuck me, huh?
Didgeridoo.
That's just some of the adjectives I would use to describe Triquetra's new album, Human Control.
That's right, the Brotherly Boys went full dig on this release. But wait, there's more. There's live dig, and studio recorded dig. Not that I can tell which is which. I think we can split this album into two different sections. Sure, Anubis, the Suntrip team, and the artists involved have spent a collective lifetime of hours learning the art of writing records, compiling those records, and writing descriptions in a way that makes sense to them and the listener. And yet, I guess that they decided to split this album into CD1 and CD2, studio and live recordings respectively. And for the most part, I guess that makes sense. But forget about all of that, because I've been making videos for 3 weeks. I know what I'm doing. This album can be split into raw, unforgiving and destructive dragon-esque leads that roar at you from front and center. The second part of this album uses thinner leads that fly themselves forward or across your cranium in a dance of magical ecstasy. You could almost taste them, if they were real. But they're just sound waves, so you can't do that. Quite frankly, all the tracks sound live and alive to me. Track number 1, live as fuck. Track number 2, even more alive than track number 1. Track number 3, 7. Track number 10, 11, 17, 18. Live as hell. In fact, I didn't think it was possible for one track to sound more alive than another, is what I would say, if I did think that. But I do know that certain artists have the magical ability to enchant their music with the dust of angels so that it can grow and breathe and expand their red blood cell count and get white blood cells that'll help their organs. It's just biology. It can't possibly be a bad thing. Which is another way of saying it could only be a good thing. That the Triquetra brothers have figured out a way to make their music so real that you can almost hold it in your hands and look at it and see it breathe and live and be alive, and you can love it and you can squeeze it tighter and tighter until there's nothing left. Good music. Well, the response to this album has been overwhelmingly positive, and it ain't hard to see why. I'd love to go into detail for each track here, but it would simply be too time consuming, and you don't want to listen to me do that. What's that? You want me to, are you sure? I don't have to. Be fast? Yeah, okay, I can be fast. I know how to do that. Track number 1 goes full dig right from the start. I don't know why more people don't use this beautiful instrument in their music. In my opinion, it beats the guitar, the violin, the flute, silly little vocal words about heartbreaks, and is on par with the mind intruding Tibetan DMT ball. Track number 2, download a guide onto my computer and charge me less than a Netflix subscription. It comes so seamlessly from track number 1 that I didn't even realize there'd been a song change the first time I heard this baby. That was until the leads came up from the other layers of the tracks and wrapped themselves around me like magical snakes that bit me with injections of dopamine. Track number 3, yeah. Forget about the earth, but don't forget about Triquetra. The vocal samples are fantastically done, as is the space-filling, all-encompassing earth-scorching fusillade of a million convulsions that burn the lithosphere as we wave the earth goodbye and go forever into the infinity of the yonder. Track number 4, holy shit, this track's called Concentrated Dark Matter. It sounds really dangerous, doesn't it? Yeah. But luckily for you, Concentrated Dark Matter is just the song title and not an actual real thing that you have to worry about right now. The only thing you need to worry about is having too much fun, dancing through your shoes and eating chia pudding in the morning, then choking on it when the energy of this track knuckle punches you in the throat and delivers you triplets on your first contraction. Now that's fast. Track number 5 takes big breaths in and out so they can expel the psychedelic whips of love rage deep from within its methane and tellurol cloaca gland. And that's before the sulphidious pyrophorus flickering tongue of the great scaled beast gives you a sweet melody that shoots you into the dragon's den far below the actinus morphicus thenosphere. Good luck down there, motherfuckers. Track number 6 is an interlude about love or some shit. I don't know. Oh wait, I love love. Yeah, this one's really good and creepy, and at only 4 minutes and 9 seconds long, I can't imagine an acid-packed dance floor would have time to figure out what the fuck is going on before track number 7 came along and whipped them up in a storm of rotational gravity that reminds me of something that could have belonged on Nervous System's time travel album, but maybe that's just because they make reference to a single word, which is rotary. Don't overthink it. A great track for sunshine, hyperspeed space travel, mining nebulas at 3,900 light speeds per hour, and sipping on viscous cocktails of magical boom juice. Track number 8 brings Forbearing in a visionary quest that doesn't ask but implores us to save planet Earth, but doesn't tell us how to save planet Earth, which would have been really helpful. Now we have to fight between ourselves over the best way to save the planet all because these two fuckers forgot to figure it out for us. But at least they gave us a track that can take us far, far long. Track number 9 is called Space Slugs and toots a space cadet trumpet into the ether of the Never Never, which is exactly when I wish this track would end. Infinity would work just fine for me so that I could continue enjoying the squelches of slug membrane drip dropping from the ceiling and onto the rusty leads that turn them into yummy treats for the rich. No, the poor. Fuck it. The slug speed, everyone. More slugs. Track number 10 exploded my mind into pieces and has the .exe in the title too, which is pretty great. I didn't have to think twice about thinking to myself, holy shit, this track's really great the first time I heard it, and press replay 3 times over. If for some unknown reason you find yourself dozing off during this album, then Future.exe will snap your mind back into focus and fuck it with 4 dicks of fury. Track number 11 plucks your eyebrows the painful way, pushes you down a big gravel hill and grinds its leads over your knees, requiring you to apply gauze and pawpaw to stop the pain and the bleeding. But the pawpaw is actually Sweet Baby Ray's gourmet hot sauce, which means it really hurts a lot, but it's also kind of delicious. Bellissimo. Track 12, wow, track 12, holy shit, track 12. This track, oh, this is a favourite, another favourite actually. I wish more captains would die if this is the eulogy music of the weekend. Sorry, captains. Maybe one of the best melodic works on the album, or just a composition that I really like. I don't know. It feels like the instruments are talking to me from behind the decks that these mad wizards made this beautiful music on. Track number 13 feels kinda loungy relative to the other tracks, but isn't everything relative? Made for breezy hot days, Pim, cider, sugar sockless feet and sugar cubes of mushroom magic. It's kinda chill comparatively, but isn't everything comparatively? To the other tracks if you haven't figured that out yet. But still cool, and so chill.
I think those tubes are working, dude.
Track number 14 surely needs to be listened to live so that it can be appreciated for the cerebrum tingling drip dropping musical mucus fest of sex filled love that it is. Or maybe it can be appreciated from home. Okay, it can probably definitely be appreciated from home, but someone give these boys a stage and a dance floor. 4 namaste. Track number 15, yet another favourite. So many favourites. 4 parts funky acids and 2 part chill landscapes that confuse you into dreaming and dancing at the same time. Could have been the album closer, but fuck it, what do I know? I'm just a guy on the internet who thinks this track is great for an array of reasons, least of which being the intense tension of the bass line that makes me feel like I really gotta do something really fast, or else. The most of which being the directional changes while keeping maintenance of the overall coherency and storytelling. Track number 16 wastes no time with its kick or plethora of builds into arm-flailing madness that invokes into your soul of souls and minds hard, thick, veiny third eye that rubs one out to chapter 16 of the Bhagavad Gita. Track number 17, make sure that you remember that these boys know how to fuck you sideways with their knob. Not that knob. Turning madness. The track forces your mind to perform a triple entendre of your perception receiving headbrain, and if you listen closely gives you the exact instructions on how to build a faulty Russian RBMK-1000 nuclear reactor. Explosive. Track number 18 goes from light to dark to squelchy goo. Wait, that's my brain melting under the pressure of the incursive organistic transcendental dance music. Fuck me up. Bam. Track number 19. Wait a second. 19 tracks? Are you that's a lot of tracks. Are you on 2/6? Are you sure? 19? Oh, well. Wow. Okay, well, at least I hope they named it after a world-ending star catastrophe. What? They did? Oh, these boys think of it. That's kind of cool. It's pretty cool. Should we say something about it? Like, maybe track number 19 bangs spell the way to church, but not that church, the other church, the one that we all agree on and like. Coronal mass ejection is tonal based perfection and gives me a hard, thick projection into the future where we've learned to say things like, hey, you're alright. Thank you. That's a very nice thing to say. You're alright too. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm gonna go be alright over here now. It doesn't go soft because it's the last on the album. No. It's pure alien, and the last thing I want to hear when our life star finally says, fuck it, I'm gonna burn you all alive. But at least it's gonna burn us all alive together, which is kind of a nice sentiment. That's nice. Oh wow, we really did it, didn't we? Yeah, that was kind of fun and took no time at all. These Hermano Gamellos have nailed it with their synergetic platonic romance for themselves and their music. It really does take a special kind of brussers to be considered a pair of brothers, and these brothers are those brothers. I hear them saying from behind their music, just have fun, you stupid fucking sapiens. And yeah, kind of offensive, but also kind of a good point. Everything here is good, and yeah, I said everything. That includes this little first edition of Suntrip Records' latest album design and artwork. Now, with 33% more panel, 100% less jewel casing, and 14% more fun. You're probably not learning anything about spaceships by looking at this album artwork, but that doesn't mean it doesn't feel like you are. And it's fun to pretend to learn. Inside of the album cover they've got a nice little booklet that has a whole list of people that they'd like to thank. But that list is too long, and I just want to thank the people that made the music and that delivered the music to us. I don't need to thank all of these. What? You do? Because they made that, so naturally, without that thanks, there's no... Well, true. Okay, true. Alright, I'll read it. Thanks to our parents, Ingrid and Barna, brothers, Robert and Reynard.